Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today, as you can see from the title, I'm doing my first story time. So I might be a bit rusty because I've never really done a proper story time before. I'm not gonna lie, I just filmed a video before this of this makeup look and all the footage just went glitchy and white and is not working, so that's great. I love filming on a phone. Anyway, so if you end up enjoying this video, don't forget to smash the thumbs up button, subscribe to my channel, comment down below if you have any questions. If you have any future video ideas or topics you want to talk about, let me know. And turn your post notification bells on so you can see if I upload any more story times and so you can be notified when they come out. So let's jump right into the story because I don't know if it's going to be a long one or a short one, but we'll just jump right into it right now. So obviously I've been a fan of Justin Bieber for so long. I literally have his album tattooed on my chest. I'm in love with him, of course. And I knew so many people, so many fans, so many of my friends who would literally go interstate to travel for him and just stay in the city at a young age just to be around him and try to meet him. So eventually I got into that whole business sort of thing. Even though I was never allowed, I would always lie to my family and my parents. It caused a lot of drama in my family, I'm not gonna lie. At one point I went to Sydney without telling him and tried to lie to them about it, and obviously I got caught. It was horrible, honestly. 10 out of 10, don't recommend lying to your family. I get a bit confused in this story because I think I was 17 and I'm almost 21 now, so it was quite a while ago. So obviously Justin Bieber was coming here for his Believe tour, not his Purpose tour. That was a different era. And I did go and see him in Melbourne and Sydney, so I kind of get this story a bit jumbled because it's very confusing. But in this story, I did want to stay in the city in Melbourne and be around him with my friends and try and meet him and stay at his hotel. Obviously we found out his hotel, I think he was staying at the Park Hyatt or something, and this was in Melbourne. All day we were just waiting around. We would see him on and off, but we didn't really see him properly. He would go outside and skateboard around, and at one point, I really regret doing this, I literally chased after him, and I did this so many times in my teens, from 15 to 17. I think I chased his car and chased him so many times. I don't think I would ever do that again. One, I hate running, and two, I just think that's so insane. You should never do that. I learned my lesson. So literally once we ran around the Melbourne city trying to find him skateboarding, and I just lost him so many times because there was just so many people running. I don't know how no one got hurt because we were literally sprinting around the city all over the roads trying to find Justin Bieber skateboarding. Imagine that. It's just insane. Imagine all these teenagers running. It's so funny. Anyway, eventually went back to the hotel. We never saw him again for the whole day or something like that. And so it got to nighttime. We were hoping he would go out clubbing or go somewhere, but things don't always work out how you want. So we literally stayed outside his hotel literally all night. I was sleeping. I think it was I'll try to insert pictures when I can, but I don't know if I have any because it was so long ago. Who has pictures from that long ago? If Snapchat had their memories at the time, I would probably have pictures, but I just don't. If I find any, I'll insert them, but I don't think I really do. But yeah, so this is the night I stayed at his hotel. Bit of clickbait because I stayed outside his hotel sleeping on the floor. I remember literally all of us sitting outside his hotel in the freezing cold playing cards, talking, eating, sleeping, and I literally remember sleeping on the floor in this big hoodie just like this on the floor, so out of it because it was freezing, and obviously it was 3 AM. Justin was not going to come out at that time. Anyway, so I don't exactly remember the timeline of every event. I know I remember falling asleep randomly while everyone around me was in a circle playing cards. It literally felt like a cult. It obviously wasn't a cult, but it was just funny because I was sleeping while everyone was around me in a circle playing cards. It was just so funny. And eventually apparently we found out Justin was going to a strip club or a club or something, and I was underage. Unfortunately, I was literally 17, and my friend was gonna go, but then didn't work out and she ended up going. So then one of our friends who was also underage booked a hostel. Don't know if anyone stayed at a hostel. If you haven't before, don't bother looking into it because I would not recommend at all, especially the one we stayed at. It was literally, oh my god, okay. I don't know when she booked it because I swear we went that night because I don't remember ever staying at his hotel all day, all night and waking up there. I don't think that ever happened. I slept on the floor for 6 hours and then that's about it. Then we went to the hostel, I think. So we went to this hostel which was on Elizabeth Street or something. I will never forget that it was on Elizabeth Street. It was called something with Elizabeth Street in the name. No idea. So imagine I think six of us were going, 6 girls. And I don't even know how old the oldest one was. I think we were all at least 20 or under. And we were all going to a hostel alone. So we get there and it's already dodgy because my friend was underage, so she had to get our other friend who was 18 to check us in. But it was just so confusing and it was really dodgy, but they ended up letting us all in. So we go in and she only had the tiniest room with one single bed, and it was so small, had a single bed and like a little side area, and that is all. It had nothing in there at all. I think it was really cheap. So we planned that 6 of us were gonna somehow stay in there, sleep on the floor, sleep on the bed, blah blah blah, and we're all just chilling in there. And then obviously the hostel, to get there you just walk up some stairs and it's just one level of rooms, and a lot of men were in there. I'm not gonna lie, it was very weird. So they had like a little cinema room and then just like one level of rooms and a bathroom. It was just so, it was so weird and so gross. I could never imagine myself going somewhere like this ever again in my life. Obviously we're like all getting comfortable and chilling in the room, and then someone knocks on our door. Someone obviously from the hostel, the owner. I think there was like one Asian man, just to like give you a gist of who was there, and then one white guy. There was just 2 main guys in this story. So I think the Asian man or the white guy, I don't remember which one, they knocked on our door and they're like, are you guys all like planning to stay here? Because like you can't. We obviously got caught out because we weren't allowed to stay there. Like it was literally a 1-person room. So we all got kicked out, but like I subtly hid like under the covers while the girl who booked the hotel like stayed in the room, and the rest like went outside, and then we were gonna try to sneak them back in, but we kept getting caught. I never got caught because I was like hiding behind the wall every time they'd knock, because they knocked on our door like 100 times, like checking that no one's in here, and I would always hide behind the wall while she's talking to them at the door like fuck. It was so insane, honestly. So obviously the timeline, once again, I don't really remember every part of this story, but I remember at one point all of us were in the room again getting ready to sleep. It was really late. I didn't even know what time it was anymore, but we had a note slipped under our door. I was asleep, but I woke up because I heard them all talking, and someone slipped a note under our door. I don't remember what it said, but it said something like so weird, like meet me outside. Something just like, you imagine like young girls are staying in a hostel and we get a note under our door saying meet us outside. It was the weirdest thing. And then the most, oh my god, I can't even believe this happened to me. The white guy walks in our door. Like, I don't know if he knocked and we opened it or he just walked in. But we're all sleeping on the floor and on the bed, and a guy with a big necklace that had like a car Mercedes sign, like, you know how you can like take the badge off, he had it around his neck, and he walks in and he starts talking to us at like 4 or 5 a.m. He's just talking to us. Like, what are you doing? Like, we're a bunch of young girls. Like, do you understand how insane this was? Like, we're a bunch of young girls sleeping in a hostel owned by like one man, and apparently this white man wasn't even owner. He just stayed there and he just kept like slipping us notes under the door and opening our door and just coming in. Like, I didn't even know how that was like a thing. The weirdest part is, if that happened to me now, I would literally shit myself. When it happened, I wasn't that scared at all. I think it's just because when you're young and naive, but like, we were staying in a hostel and a dude just walks in with a big Mercedes necklace and starts talking to us. Eventually the owner guy came and told us like, you guys can't stay in here, like, sorry, but you can't. And so my friends went out and they like begged him, they're like, we can't, we have nowhere to stay, like, we're gonna sleep outside, like, please. So to make it dodgier, the rest of the group except me and one girl stayed in the theater room where everyone had access. So they were sleeping, and they said there was a guy in front of them just watching a movie, like just casually all night, while they slept at the back of the theater room. I don't know if that's just insane to me, but like, I don't know. They slept for free, which was good. Something I forgot to mention at the start when we got to the hostel, me and that one girl were just like sitting on the couch, like waiting around for our room. Don't know how like I got let through and all that kind of stuff. It was pretty dodgy. But at one, oh my god. But at one point, the owner, like the literal owner guy, he was sitting with us, and so was the white guy, and they were just sitting with us talking, and they're like, oh, we just guys need like more pillows, because like if you do, we have our shoulders to like lay on. And they were like putting their shoulders near our face, and it was just like such a weird situation. I was literally 17 at the time, like, and they knew we were underage because they knew my friend couldn't check in herself, and they let it happen. Super weird. I don't really know where else to take this story, because honestly that's like the craziest part of everything that happened. Like, all night we tried to sleep, but we'd just get notes slipped under our door, knocking on our door, a guy walking in and just talking to us. And it was weird because he would just talk to us while we're all in the room, and it was a tiny room, so he wasn't that far away from us. It could have been way more dangerous, and I wouldn't recommend it ever again. Like, it could have been so much worse than what it was, but it's just really funny to look back on because it's so unrealistic. Like, why would that happen? Obviously for the rest of my trip, I stayed in Melbourne City, and we were just trying to stay outside Justin's hotel. We didn't really meet him, but we got like glimpses of him at his hotel. Then we went to Sydney. Nothing like too insane happened in Sydney, I'm not gonna lie. Once again, my friend booked a hotel this time. Thank God she didn't book a hostel again. And it was actually like a cute hotel. It had like a double bed and then an extra single mattress, and there was 5 of us this time, and we all comfortably stayed in there, which was really good. The weirdest part was that one girl did drugs and we were so young. She literally made a bong out of a Gatorade bottle and was smoking it out the window. This time, this hotel was a hotel, but it was more on the hostel side as well, because right outside our hotel rooms was like a kitchen and a lounge for everyone to stay at, and I don't know, it was super casual. It was really weird. I don't know, don't really remember what it was. It was definitely an upgrade from our Melbourne hostel that had people just walking in at all times. But this girl in our room literally made the whole floor smell like weed. It was like my first experience ever, like seeing someone do drugs and stuff like that. Very weird. I didn't do any of it because I'm a little angel. I didn't even think I drank at the time at all. Not gonna lie, the whole Sydney trip I was super stressed. My family were like calling me, hating me, threatening me to like come get me, and it's just crazy stuff. Not threatening me in like a crazy way, just like threatening they're gonna come get me, and I was just like, no, please don't. Anyway, so the rest of the Sydney trip we literally just chased Justin Bieber around Sydney, like all around Sydney. One of our other friends actually drove up so we could use her car, and she like drove around Sydney crazily, like super dangerous. I remember in Melbourne, I think we were like speeding around trying to find him. It was so dangerous. I remember there being like 12 cars in a row of fans just speeding everywhere in front of each other and trying to cut each other off. It was so dangerous. Once again, fans are insane. I can agree, and I'm evidence that we are actually insane, and I would never do anything similar ever again, I don't think. I don't know, I have to like have the opportunity again, but I haven't done anything like that in like years now. Just to give this story a bit of an ending, I didn't really get to see Justin too much. Something that happened that was really cool is he performed at X Factor, and I didn't have any tickets. They were free. That's why I didn't get any, because they were like sold out and stuff like that. But all my friends had some, and I literally thought that night I was gonna spend by myself as a 17-year-old in Sydney, just sitting outside X Factor waiting while all my friends got to watch Justin. It was really sad, but I got lucky. I'm in like this Bieber group on Facebook, and someone was giving a free ticket, so I got it and I got in. It was so amazing. He literally performed What Do You Mean, and then I think something went wrong with the filming, and he got to perform it again, which was really cute and fun. Like we got to see him, and we were so close because the audience was so small. So that was really cute. I got to see him perform 2 times in a row. Like that was actually like the highlight. It's like the highlight of my life, low-key. Like every time I hear that song, I think of X Factor, and it's just so cute. The funny thing that happened there was, after he was performing, Jessica Malboy was performing, and all the people in the audience were Justin fans. Like everyone there was there for Justin, and obviously we all wanted to leave after his performance and like follow him and find him and stuff like that. And literally after he performed, the security tried to like push us in, like trap us, because they're like, you guys have to stay like the whole time, and we all like pushed them and ran outside, because hell no were we staying. We wanted to find Justin, you know what I mean? We ended up finding him at a restaurant, and we all like lined up sitting down on like this long street of Sydney. Didn't end up really seeing him. He just ran into the car. He was going through like a bad phase of his life, I'm pretty sure, and also there was way too many fans. I don't think it would have been smart to stop, but it was just so weird. I waited in so many lines that whole weekend and like week, because every time we found Justin, like at a studio, at a restaurant, we'd all just sit down outside trying to be calm, but he would never meet us because there's always way too many people. But something that happened that was really amazing, we eventually found him at a skate park. I think I might have a picture of that somewhere. I'll show you in a second. But we found him at a skate park, and there wasn't that many of us. I feel like there was 20 max of us, and we were just sitting down waiting, trying to be calm. I think we were standing at first, but the security's like, maybe you should sit down, maybe he'll actually come and talk to you guys for a second. So we all sat down waiting, and we're just sitting, and then he literally, oh my god, this is like the best part that's ever happened in my whole life. Like I can't believe this happened. It makes me so happy, like genuinely. We all sat down, and we're just sitting down all cute and like quiet and calm, and he literally comes out and starts talking to us. Like he's literally talking. Like he doesn't do one-on-ones, obviously. He didn't have time, he had to go somewhere, but he literally was just talking to us, and it was so cute. I don't know if I have the recording anymore, but my friend does, but I think I might have a picture. I'll insert it. But oh my god, it was the cutest thing ever. He was literally so close to us. Like we're all just sitting like this, well, he just like stood there like talking, and it was just so adorable. Like it just proved that when you're calm, celebrities will talk to you. But we also just got lucky because there was not many people there. I think if there was way more people, he would not have stopped. But it was just really cute. And the last cute thing that happened was when he left Sydney, we all were at the airport at the fence, and he just came and touched everyone's hands and like said bye. It was like so adorable. Such a cute way to end the trip. And then I got home and got in heaps of trouble with my family, so that was great. So that is all I really have to say for this story time. I know it wasn't really like the craziest story time, but I thought It was something very interesting that happened to me that I genuinely think about like all the time. Like, I think it was such an experience for such a young age. I thought it was pretty crazy and like pretty fun. Like, I literally went on flights with my friends with no parents. Like, it was my first time being like independent, and I got in heaps of trouble for it, so I don't recommend. I'm yet to meet Justin. I still haven't met him. Don't know if I ever will. I used to be so sad and tell myself like I'll definitely meet him one day. But honestly, I don't know if I will. I'm really not into like the celebrity scene anymore. If you do want to hear any other stories about like the times that I met celebrities and seen them, because I've like met Zac Efron, I've seen like Bruno Mars and Ed Sheeran up close, heaps of Australian celebrities, like, or Australian celebrities. I used to go to heaps of celebrity events, like the Logies. I would go there all the time and try and meet celebrities. Meet and greets, I met Cody Simpson. Wow, that was horrific. If you want a video where I talk about all my celebrity experiences, definitely comment down below, because I have quite a few interesting ones, I'm not gonna lie. Cody Simpson. So yeah, I don't know if I'll ever meet Justin, maybe one day if we're destined, but I feel like we just won't. Like, he's living his life now, so cute with Hailey. Like, I don't really need to meet him. I would love to, like, I'm not gonna lie, it would make my day and make my whole life worth living and fulfill my purpose, honestly. And I always love him, but I just don't know if we're ever gonna meet, and that's totally fine, because what happened to me in Sydney was just so adorable, and he's like the cutest person ever. And yeah, that's all I really have to say on that. I know this story wasn't like the most interesting, but it was my first story time. I don't really know how these work. I'm not like the most interesting person ever anyway. If you enjoyed this video, definitely smash the thumbs up button and subscribe to my channel. If you have any like story time requests on like my celebrity experiences or like my past jobs or like friendships, definitely comment down below if that's something you'd like to see. I'm definitely down to film it. And also turn the post notification bells on if you want. So yeah, that's all I really have to say. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.